Welcome to this energy reading for what you need to hear right now. You found this for a divine reason, especially if you've never seen me before. But let's go ahead and get into it. Of course, as always, take what makes sense for you. If something I say doesn't make sense, then it's just not for you, and that's okay. If you don't mind liking the video and commenting down below, maybe subscribe if you like my energy, my content. Would love to have you a part of the channel. And if you want to know more about me, I also posted a video of my introduction, which is my first video on YouTube, explaining my story and background and how I got into tarot and all of that. So if you're interested, feel free to check it out. But let's just get into it and see what all comes out. I'm gonna shuffle the cards and see where we go. Okay, so we're gonna go this way. So I feel like for some of you, you are at some sort of crossroads. I don't know if some of you are feeling stuck, lost, confused, not really sure like what to decide. Especially when it comes to making a decision about something within this crossroads, whether this is having to do with a person, place, or thing, whether this is having to do with your own journey. But I will say that there's always going to be ups and downs, right, in our life. So it's being able to not be hard on yourself, that it's not like this linear path, and just to listen to your intuition when it comes to what feels right to you, what feels best to you, especially when it comes to like what's going to be healthy, what's going to provide for you. And it's kind of similar to growing an apple tree, right? You put the plant, or you put the seed in the ground, you plant it, and then you have to take care of it over time, and it goes through its natural stages organically to grow over time into a tree, and then eventually bears fruit. While it can take time, this is something that you can trust in this process. That it will eventually bear fruit. There could be maybe something that you have been working on that you're feeling a little lost and confused on whether you should keep going, because it's like you've put in a lot of time, energy, attention, resources, whatever this may be, and maybe you just haven't seen the results yet. So it's kind of like I get Seven of Pentacles energy in my mind's eye, which can talk about reviewing your current, it's kind of like a checkpoint, in a game. It's kind of like checking your progress, seeing like how far you've come. Is the work, and these are questions maybe you're asking yourself, is the work that I'm putting in going to bear the fruit that I'm wanting? But what I want to say is like, with this review energy is like, look back at what you have already been able to accomplish. Are things working well? Is there progress at all? Is the progress negative? Is it positive? These are things to ask yourself in order to be able to have more trust with not only with where you are, but that like the efforts that you have made are helping you get closer and closer. Yes, it may be taking longer than you're wanting, but it's kind of like that slow and steady wins the race energy. You don't want to push anything or try to force anything, because that can cause things to go left, or if you're acting out of heavy emotions around this time, as we have been in Cancer season, we're about to step into Leo season around this time. Happy birthday to all the Cancers and Leos watching. But this is something where you're being called to just pause. Just pause before you throw everything away or walk away. And also, don't be hard on yourself if you're not seeing the apples yet, because it doesn't mean that they're not on the way. It just may mean that you're still in that process of like cultivation and growth and evolution. and so it's kind of, I don't know why I'm getting the, I have a butterfly on my background, but I'm getting the transformation of the butterfly. I don't know if some of you are an air sign, a Gemini, could be Libra or Aquarius, doesn't have to be, but the signs don't have to apply. That's just kind of what's coming up for me. But there is something where it's like when you are feeling blocked emotionally, not getting so much in your head and overthinking things, especially similar to the metaphor of like the transformation of the butterfly, and that this is an evolution of yourself. And uh, I mean, maybe it's literal, I don't know. Everyone's story is different, but it's kind of like in that analogy, I guess I'll say, of being in the cocoon phase. It's dark. You don't really see where you are, where you're going, and maybe that's where the challenge is with this crossroads energy. Why you're feeling like there's things are out of whack. Maybe you're not having the progress that you would have hoped at this point in your journey of creating this thing, whatever it may be. But it's like not, it's just, I keep getting this message of like not beating yourself up just because you haven't reached your destination yet, or because you haven't manifested this person, place, or thing. It doesn't mean it's not happening, because I do get that this is something that is the real deal. It is something that is going to come about. It's just a matter of timing, and it's a matter of alignment with the energy. And especially if your emotions are all over the place, then and you're all up in your head, letting your ego kind of beat you up a little bit or a lot, feeling like woulda, coulda, shoulda. It's time to just step back and relax and focus on other things that are important as well. It doesn't mean that taking your attention or energy away from this is going to stop this evolution or growth. It's just a matter of like timing is what I'm strongly feeling with this, because I feel like there is going to be something that comes through by you taking time out to just like kind of take a chill pill, go either take a break, take a nap, take some days off, go on a vacation, whatever it is you feel you need to do. Go meditate for sure. But I feel like by doing that, you either get this epiphany or realization of like, what am I being so hard on myself for? Because I'm doing all the right things and things are working out. It just may be taking a little bit more time than I'm wanting right here, right now. And I feel like and or there is going to be an opportunity that presents itself, that or kind of like a sign is what I feel. The universe is going to be gifting you some sort of sign, or even like I don't feel like it's a grand kind of blessing, but I feel like it's going to be something that comes through, like something shakes free. Something is being released into your experience that is going to give you this newfound sense of reassurance, hope, and excitement. It's almost like, for some reason, what's coming to mind is like posting on social media. Like, say you're wanting that engagement, and it's like you keep refreshing the page, waiting for engagement to happen. But it's like the longer you stare at it, the less you're seeing it, or the more that you are recognizing that there isn't that interaction. But then when you like close the app and step away and then come back later, you come back to that interaction. So I guess in a weird example way of saying is that like, and it's a perfect match to law of attraction with manifesting. It's like the more you're focused on the lack, the more you're focused on the absence and what's missing and what's not working, then you're just creating that energy around you, and that's all you can really see, because you're looking through basically that lens of lack. It's kind of like rose colored glasses, but lack colored glasses, so to speak, or lens of the ego. of looking at yourself and your situation that like I should be doing better, I should be doing this, I should be doing that, or I should have been here at this point, whatever the case is. But again, that's why I feel like when you are in that more negative, pessimistic, discouraged, disappointed type of energy, it's important to take a break and step away. And so, because like the more that you're pushing, the more it's just going to uh, perpetuate this um, negative momentum, which could cause you to lash out at yourself, lash out at others, lash out on whatever it is that you are creating. And I know that's not something anyone wants, but it happens. You know, we're human, and we just want things to flow smoothly and maybe even like streamline. You know, that things just happening in a steady progression instead of maybe this energy you could be feeling of like start stop, and it's like I get traffic in my mind's eye. So it's kind of like being in rush hour traffic, and you're having to stop and then go and then stop abruptly and then go really fast, but then have to stop again. And so it's just kind of like, I just wanna be able to flow freely. I want to be able to go forward and not feel like I'm constantly hitting these roadblocks or things that keep kind of like sweeping me off my feet in kind of a negative way, or making me feel like things aren't working. Um, even though there's like what I feel is like there is progress that is being shown, but it's just maybe not the amount of progress, or the timing aspect, like I said as well. And so I feel like this by also remembering that this is a journey. It's about the experience. It's about what is that main reason why you started doing what you started. You know, why did you even want an apple tree in the first place? You know, asking yourself these questions as well. And I feel like again, by getting a break as well from this is going to help you find that clarification, or get that epiphany of like a reminder of like, um, you know, I may not be able to see very clearly right here, right now, but I can at least review and check in with myself. Like, why am I even doing this in the first place? What is it that I am ultimately wanting to achieve from this? And, you know, if things aren't working, then of course, that's a time to review and see what can be changed, or um, what can be implemented, and and how you can it's like what I want to say is like you being able to receive the clear intuitive guidance of where spirit is trying to guide you, because spirit is always trying to guide us around our own baggage, our own ego, our own resistance to whatever it is that we're wanting to manifest. And so it's like if we aren't, how should I say this? It's kind of like what I see in my mind's eye is like being on a island, and you're stranded on the island, and there's like boats, and you're like looking for a boat in the distance, but you or how should I say this? Maybe that's not the best example. There's a similar one that I'm having in my mind. It's kind of the opposite though. It's like you're the boat and trying to find your way in the darkness. Because I see it's like at nighttime, you're in a boat or a ship or whatever, and you're trying to find land, and you're looking and looking and looking, and you're finally able to see that there is like a light coming, but it's like you have to stay focused on that light in order to be able to figure out like how it's guiding you, or it's kind of like coming through this a message coming through as well is about like trusting what you're getting. Because I think you're getting signs and synchronicities, but you may not be fully trusting that the messages that are coming through, or they may seem confusing. Like, I don't know what this is trying to tell me. Um, and so there's just something here about like, I'm feeling a little lost. I feel like I'm getting signs, synchronicities, messages, or whatever. It seems like some things are working, but there's a lot that's either not working or not moving fast enough. And I'm trying to get to where I'm trying to go, and it just feels like I'm up and down, up and down. Things are volatile in your mind, body, and soul, or like it could be one of those, it could be multiple of those. So however this applies to you, again, everyone's story is going to be different, but it's like, you know what I feel too, it's almost like you've gone so far down this path. It's like you don't want to just, it's kind of this feeling of like, I can't just give up now. Like you could jump ship and try to figure out other things, or try to figure out another way, or just can it altogether. I'm feeling like a lot of pressure and like a knot, which I mean I do have a knot in my shoulder, but it seems to be hurting right now more unusually. So it's almost like there's a lot of pressure. And what I just got in my mind's eye is the Ten of Wands. So there has been such like a weight and stress because of being at sea for so long, so to speak. It's kind of like what comes to mind is like if you've seen on social media of that girl that literally did that boating trip from California all the way to Hawaii. And she was losing it the first week because the first week she was like she was really struggling trying to get past this certain like coastal line that's really hard to pass because of the currents and because of the wind and all that goes into being at sea. And so there's all these like volatile factors at play while she's trying to gain momentum, but also stability and security within her path moving forward, because the wind and the turbulence in the ocean is like carrying her in the wrong direction. And so, but she persevered and she was able to break that barrier and then was back on course correction. So that's why I'm saying all of this is aligning quite perfectly. I hope, or at least I hope it's coming across that way to you. To me, it feels like it's very much in alignment with what I've been saying for you, is that there is this stress, there is this weight, there is this burden of like, I've been going at this for a very long time, but I'm just not really sure. Like, yes, there are things that I've gotten from it, but there's still a lot that I haven't been able to accomplish. Maybe you've been feeling like you're in this alone. Maybe you are in this alone physically, like you don't really, like, say this is a business. And this could be anything, but this is just an example. Like, if it's a business and you don't have partnerships, you don't have employees, you don't, like, you're a one-man show basically. Um, and I'm burping now, which is actually a sign for me as an empath reader, believe it or don't. Not trying to be rude or anything, but this is just an energy of letting go and letting God, and also not giving up. It doesn't mean that if you're tired, you have to just run yourself into the ground. You deserve to take breaks. It's like climbing a mountain. You have to take breaks going up that mountain, otherwise you won't ever make it to the top of the mountain. So that's why I'm saying there's a lot of heaviness and stress, this like weight of the world on your shoulders. And it's funny because the pain in my shoulder has gone away now. So it's like when you're able to let go and let God, when you're able to lay down your baggage for a little bit, of course you may pick it up back again and keep going. But this is where I'm saying, like, you just need that time to rest and relax so that you can recuperate, recalibrate, and so that you can remind yourself of like why you started this in the first place, and review your current circumstances, like, and asking yourself, is this really worth continuing to go. Because I get this image in my mind, like you're halfway up the mountain. You can either keep going, or you can go back down the mountain. So, either way, it's going to be, how should I say, it's an important choice because you've already come so far. It's kind of like a weighted choice. Maybe that's again where the weight is coming in. It's like this feels like a very weighted choice because it's like if I go this way, um, or let me just say this: it's basically this feeling of not being able to turn back. I mean, you always can turn around. You can always change your mind. But at the same time, I'm just trying to relate to the energy of this current circumstance of you trying to get clarity and understanding of like, okay, what am I doing? This feels like a lot. I really want to keep going, but I'm really not sure. Um, I need to take care of myself. I'm hungry. I'm tired. My feet hurt. And I feel that spirit is with me, but I'm not really sure what spirit is trying to tell me. And so this is again why I'm saying like it's just an important time for a pause. I want to get a few more cards here. So let's just see what else wants to come up here. Yeah, so again, there's this indecision, this confirmation again of indecision of like, should I keep moving forward? Should I turn back? Is this a good investment? Is this not a good investment? And there's a lot of heavy emotion surrounding this because this is something you've already invested a lot of your time and energy into. And it feels like you're taking a big risk. You're taking a big risk on yourself. Um, and, and it feels like this is a big feat. Like this is a big journey. This is an important journey, and it's not for the faint-hearted. It's not for the light-hearted. Like what you're doing is, yeah, but this is aligned with your values. This is aligned with your values and what it is you're meant to do. But it's like it just feels like you're constantly on shaky ground, or you're constantly like teetering between like, why am I doing this? But I really want to do this. Like, this is really bothering me, but I know it's all going to be worth it. And just kind of like this back and forth energy. Yep. But it's still like in the earlier stages of it. So it's like, let me see what else. Yeah, it's just like I keep getting this message of like taking a retreat or taking a period of time off, whether it's a day, whether it's a month, whether it's a year, it doesn't matter. Whatever time you need that is going to help replant you, that is gonna help you be watered. It's like being refreshed. Like you need a refresher. You need water, you need food, you need rest and sleep and a clear mind to think from, or to think with, I guess like you say. I feel like there's another card in here for you though. Yes, listen to your intuition. What you already know is true, but it's just like there's another way to go about it instead of being so hard on yourself, and it's almost like taking the hard route when you don't have to. This is why I'm saying like spirit is trying to guide you, which again, spirit is always guiding us around our own challenges, our own ego, our own resistance. And so it's just like I feel like there's something about, what's coming to mind is like I'm sure most of you have seen Finding Nemo, right? But in Finding Nemo, there is a very profound scene. I feel it's very like pretty profound, at least having to do with this reading. that So Merlin and Dory, they were guided by a school of fish that when they came to the what did they say, um, the impasse, or like the what is it called, the ridge, is that what they called it? I can't remember. It was something like where basically they were coming to this huge wall, but there was like a path in the wall, and the fish were like, go through the path, don't go over it, because there was something about uh, well, they didn't really go into it. They just told Dory. I think they just told Dory. Merlin had already like, is it Marlin? Merlin? He had already swam off, and so Dory, of course, her being forgetful, she couldn't really remember once they actually got to the impasse, or the ridge, whatever you call it. And so the school of fish was saying like to go through it and not over it. When they got there, Dory was like, I'm not really sure, but I really have this strong feeling that we're supposed to go through it and not over it, because Merlin or Marlin was looking at it like, oh, because the path in between the huge, what do you call it, the mountains or ridge or whatever, it looked scary. It looked scary, and he was like, I'm not going in there. Like, it seemed to be easier for him, or less scary for him, to go over it, but not even realizing that going over the ridge was dangerous because of the jellyfish. And actually going through the ridge was the safe path, because it was clear, it was safe, while it was maybe somewhat dark or gloomy looking. It was a clear, straight path to where they were trying to go. But of course, he didn't listen to the guidance. And so he tricked Dory into going over. And then, luckily they ended up making it through. Spoiler alert. Dory did get hurt though, because Dory got stung by the jellyfish. Bleh. Dory got stung, Mercury retrograde. Dory got stung by the jellyfish. And so, all of this to say, it's just such a perfect analogy and representation of what I'm saying to you, is that you are being guided by spirit to go through a certain path that is going to be easier and take you to where you are wanting to go. And it's trying to help remind you of why you started this journey in the first place. And that and I almost feel like, not to freak you out or scare you or anything, but it's almost like these warning bells. Yeah, my face is itching very strongly, letting me know that I'm on track, because spirit gives me like physical symptoms, like, which mean different things for me as an empath reader. You can believe it or don't, but this is a confirmation for me that spirit is saying, yes, we are trying to help guide you, and trying to help guide you around any challenges or difficulties, or even getting stung by a jellyfish, so to speak. Because it's like you can go the hard way, or you can go the tried and true way of spirit that knows everything about your entire journey, where you've been, where you are, and where you're going, and wants to help guide you to that path, and to help alleviate a lot of this burden that you feel is on your shoulders. I hope all of that is making sense. I feel like that was maybe a little long-winded, but I just feel like it's important, because all of this feels like it's aligning quite clearly together. But I hope this made sense. Definitely let me know down below, if you don't mind liking and commenting. Really helps me out a lot, being a new YouTuber, and maybe subscribe. I don't have any subscribers yet, so if you do see this and do like my energy, like my readings, I'll of course be posting more as the days go on. But yeah, I hope this helped you in some form or fashion. Don't be hard on yourself. I know it's easier said than done, because you want what you want. But do you really want to do yourself a disservice by, uh, setting yourself up for potential harm or failure by not listening to not only your intuition, but also your mind and your heart and your body saying like, this is a lot to handle right now, and I want to keep going, but I need some time to kind of like sort through some things, to recalibrate, to reground myself, to also clear this heaviness, and regain your strength so that when it's time to pick these, pick up your baggage again, that it doesn't feel so heavy or that it's a burden on your path moving forward. So again, hopefully all that helps in some way. Thank you so much for choosing me to read your energy. And until next time, have a blessed day.